Hello everyone and welcome to another best of 3 for the game Dawn of War Soulstorm. Today we'll be watching the matchup Space Marines vs Dark Eldar. Another tournament best of 3. And the players are Pride versus Mixalich. The first map, Battle Marshes. On the top side of the map we have Pride Net. With Space Marines, this is his main race actually. Works are his second race. But first main race for Pride was Space Marines, from what I recall. Later on he switched to Works because of too many difficult matchups on Space Marine race, I think. Pride starts with 2 scouts, only 2 scouts, Space Marine squad, generator and probably force commander afterwards. On the bottom side, CG Mixalich with Dark Eldar. Goes for the Dark Foundry and generator. Dark Foundry actually the best idea to make in this matchup. If Dark Eldar goes for warriors, Hall of Blood that means, then Space Marine can make the scouts with the sniper rifles and warriors can get countered. But when you go for the Dark Foundry you can go for Hellions and River Jet Bikes. A much better strategy to be used versus Space Marines. Mixalich started with 2 Mandrakes. A very standard opening. So he will go probably for 1 or 2 Hellion squads, then he will go for the River Jet Bikes. Yeah, he goes for the 2 Hellions. Because Battle Marshes is a very good map for units with teleportation abilities. Because of this terrain, it gives a huge advantage to units with teleportation. Much better mobility, as you can see. Here goes the first Hellion squad on Harass. 2 teleports, and here goes the first decap. Very nice timing from Mixalich. Mixalich's main race, also Space Marines, he knows the weaknesses of this race that Pride is playing. Also, I think that this matchup is slightly in Dark Eldar's favor. It's difficult for Space Marine to stop Dark Eldar on tier 1.5. Can be very hard, especially if Dark Eldar is the main race of that player. Mixalich's main race is not Dark Eldar, but he is good with all races. Also, it's easier to play against your main race, because you know all of its weaknesses. Here goes the Harass from Mixalich. And look at this Pride's map control. Only 3 strategic points captured. 2 of them upgraded, but that one will not help much. Map control much more important. And Pride will have a hard time getting the map, from what you can see. Look at Mixalich's map control, now it's crazy. Much better than on Space Marine's side. The problem is Hellions win these Space Marines in close combat. Space Marines have to run. Also Hellions can hunt the scouts and servitors. And when you add also the River Jet Bikes, things get much more harder for Space Marine. On tier 2.5, Space Marines starts to gain some advantage in this matchup. If Space Marine survives with a good economy until tier 2.5, he can make either Tempests or Hellfire Dreadnoughts. And then Dark Eldar will have a difficulty to destroy those vehicles, because Scourges get obliterated by the Hellfire Dreadnoughts, and Tempests can destroy the River Jet bikes very fast. Very nice action here from Mixalich. He does not stop. He does not want to let Pride get out of his base, and he's doing a good job with this. 2 River Jet bikes out already. These River Jet bikes will be able to destroy the Space Marine squad. Also the Hellions coming here. This Space Marine squad might get killed. They have quite a lot of HP, but anyway. Few of them got killed, many of them on low HP. And the entire squad, will it go down? No, because Pride is always reinforcing the members and retreats nicely. Still, with this retreat, Pride lost a lot of requisition. Pride wanted to build a turret. Well, in this desperate matchup, you can actually go for a turret, especially in the early game. But this turret is only okay for tier 1, but it pays off very rarely. It deals very low damage, also only 900 HP. The worst turret in the game is this one from Space Marine. And it's quite expensive. Here we have another engagement from Mixalich, nicely done. All these River Jet bikes. Well, it's not difficult to do what Mixalich is doing here. It only takes some skill to do the harass with the Hellions at the start. But what Dark Eldar is doing now, it's really quite easy, but look at this. Pride hits tier 2.5 very soon. His economy is 80 to 20, not bad. It's okay. Economy is okay, but energy. At least one more generator could be very helpful for Pride. So he would have been able to go for Hellfire Dreadnought. Mixalich probably still tier 1. Can't say for sure. But he's probably tier 1. He invested a lot in this army. This Dark Eldar army is very powerful. It cannot be stopped by Space Marine on tier 1. On tier 2 Space Marine can stop it, but Pride will need more time. Yeah, now Mixalich goes tier 2 as well.
4 minutes until we can hold victory.
A vehicle cap increase from Pride. Pride's economy goes lower and lower, 62 to 20. As you can see, he managed to hit tier 2.5, but look at this map control and look at this economy, 62 to 20.
Scouts awaiting orders.
This is the main reason why Dark Eldar has the advantage.
Scouts awaiting orders.
Because on tier 1 they can get huge advantage in map control, in army strength. So Space Marine will stay behind in economy and army strength. As you can see, only one land speeder here. Simply not enough time for Space Marine to make enough army to stop all these Dark Eldar harass.
Until we can hold victory.
Crazy. And there's not enough economy for Pride to make some Hellfire Dreadnoughts. Simply not enough. 98 to 40 economy here for Mixalich, much better than on Space Marines side. 98 to 40 against 44 to 30. More land speeders. Pride knows Mixalich wasn't tier 2 yet. He knows he does not have the scourges to stop these land speeders for some time. That's why he went for them. But once one squad of scourges will be out, the land speeders will go down very quickly, especially when they get the dark lenses.
2 minutes until taking hold.
Also taking hold victory for Mixalich on the way. 2 minutes left for Pride to decap at least one critical location. The Scourges got killed in seconds by all these land speeders. That was a mistake by Mixalich. He had to go and hide with them, not go on the open battlefield. Yeah, he must do this first to reinforce and add the dark lenses, then he can use them in fights. When the squad is reinforced and has at least 1 or 2 dark lenses. Also raiders, a good idea to make the raider. Look at this damage. It's enough damage to destroy the land speeders. It would be very low damage to destroy a defiler, but against land speeders it's very good. Making 3 or 4 raiders could deal easily with land speeder mass. That's for certain. Mixalich still keeps harassing.
Scouts here.
Pride makes more and more land speeders. He does not want to get some resources for Hellfire Dreadnoughts. It seems like land speeders are on Overwatch.
Yes, my lord. Scouts ready.
Here's the map vision for Pride. He cannot get any relic points yet. Mixalich's map control much better. He controls 2 relics, all of his side of the map and 1 critical location. 105 to 30 economy. More raiders being built by Mixalich. He probably expects some Hellfire Dreadnought soon, or maybe he just wants to deal somehow with all these land speeders. Because this is a bit of a problem. In such a big number, they will destroy these scourges very fast. As you can see, Mixalich can't do anything, he has to jump away. And thankfully land speeders also have teleports, double teleportation, and can follow those scourges and exterminate them. The entire squad got killed. So yeah, only raiders in this situation against all this land speeder mass. Only raiders can help. 2 or 3 squads of scourges would be enough to kill this land speeder mass. Probably would be enough, but I'm not sure. Never tried. But of course raiders much better. Because land speeders deal damage mostly to infantry, not vehicles. Land speeders being produced over and over again. Finally he cancels the land speeder and makes a Hellfire Dreadnought. That's what I've been expecting for a long time now from Pride. He goes for the Dreadnought way too late, I think. But also, if he wouldn't make the land speeders, he'd probably be dead by now, so I don't even know what could be better. 112 to 30 economy for Mihalic. He has 3 squads of Scourges now, 2 raiders, Hellions, and what else? That's basically all of his army, and I'm afraid this will be enough to kill all these vehicles from Pride. No infantry on the Space Marine side, only vehicles. 6 land speeders and 1 Hellfire Dreadnought. Well, yeah, Mihalic has enough anti-vehicle here to destroy this, I believe. Let's see. Seems like the final fight will take place very soon. Or maybe not. Well, about 2 or 3 more minutes to go into this game. More Scourges on the way, some upgrades. Mihalic still tier 2. Tier 2.5, just like Pride. The difference is in economy. 56 to 30 against 119 to 30. Even if Dark Eldar is weaker on tier 2.5, the economy of Dark Eldar allows to mass more units. So we have the strength in numbers on Dark Eldar's side. Overall, Dark Eldar is more powerful right now. The Scourges deal damage to everything. The problem is they don't have really too much HP. That's why Mihalic made 4 squads. 4 squads of Scourges. For the first time I see so many Scourges from a Dark Eldar player, by the way. Never seen so many before. Witch Cult Arena for Mihalic on the way. 2 Hellfire Dreadnoughts from Pride and Landspeeder Mass. Will this help Pride to make a comeback? I hope so. I hope so, but I don't believe he will make a comeback because of his economy. 43 to 29. Erkan on the way for Mihalic, very good tanky hero. One squad of Hellions still alive. And yeah, the players get prepared for the final battle. Interesting game. And here it starts. I wonder who will engage. The longer the game goes, the more chances for Dark Eldar to win because of the economy. Pride cannot risk to go tier 3. Mihalic can go tier 3 easily. No risk for him, so he can wait and outstack Pride easily. Go even tier 4. And Pride might be early tier 3 by the time Dark Eldar will be full tier 4. But I think Mihalic will engage, yeah. Look at this amount of Scourges, it's a bit funny. 5 squads. Oh my god. Well, these Scourges can destroy everything. Mihalic just has to focus more properly into these land speeders. Nice, all of them got destroyed. And lots of scourges still alive.
5 minutes until they can hold victory.
Nicely done by Mixalich, but I expected him to win, to be honest. The matchup is in Dark Eldar's favor. Also, this map played a big role for Dark Eldar's favor. And here we have the first victory for Mixalich in this best of 3. 19 minutes long, almost 20 minutes. Well played. I also think Pride tried his best. He is a strong Space Marine player. He killed actually a lot of Dark Eldar, 84, but still lost because of low economy and a weaker army by the end. On resources, huge domination from Mixalich, as you can see. The main reason why Space Marine loses in this matchup is because Dark Eldar has a big advantage in early game. They can get much better map control, better economy, and more powerful army for the first half of the game at least. Let's jump into the second game, played on Blood River. On the bottom side, Mixalich with Dark Eldar goes for Hall of Blood now. Generator. Will he go for 2 mandrakes or only 1? I think this is only 1 mandrake squad and warriors. This strategy can be good if Space Marine will not make the snipers and if Space Marine will not build a turret. But honestly, on this map, I think this matchup is close to equal. Because it's much easier to defend here for Space Marine. Because the strategic points are located closer to each other, you can upgrade them and protect the base properly. You have 4 strategic points close to the base. On the top side of the map, Pride with Space Marines, he builds this defensive turret. It will help a lot in the early game. In this matchup against warriors, the turret can be a good idea, because warriors have high damage but low HP. So one warrior, one Dark Eldar warrior can get killed by the tower in a few seconds. Even if it doesn't deal too much damage, it will be enough, and it will help. Pride went for a decap with the scouts, are you kidding me? And it worked. He lost 1 scout, but he decapped the point. Will he lose the scouts? That would be very sad. No, 1 scout gets reinforced in time. The squad will probably survive. Nice decap here.
At your command. Yes, my lord.
Yes, most
Pride captured all of his points already. Goes towards this relic, wants to take it.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Fear denies faith.
Arcana from Mixalich out. He can also make Homunculus Laboratory. Oh, it's already finished. And Homunculus is out. That was quick. This is a very good strategy used here by Dark Eldar. I use this build order against Necrons, works very well. If the timing on Dark Eldar is good enough, you can destroy a Necron quite easily. Necron simply will not have enough time to make the army in time to stop all that Dark Eldar crazy damage strength from the warriors.
Scouts ready.
And the same can be with the Space Marines, but look at that. Listening post upgraded, one turret here, another one here. I think it will be easy for Pride to defend his base. And he has all the chances to win this game. Blood River, it's his map pick.
Awaiting orders.
Yes, my lord.
Let's take a look at the map vision. Here we have 4 strategic points for Pride. This is actually enough. 74 to 10 economy on the 4th minute. Could be better, but he built 2 turrets. And all 4 stopping this timing attack from Dark Eldar. There was a Dark Eldar player named Stalin back in the day, back in 2008, 2010, something like that years when he played. And most of the time that guy would play this build order with Dark Eldar that Mixalich is using now, and he played this in most matchups, and he managed it pretty well.
Fear denies faith.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Yes, my lord.
Looks like Pride is very confident and in a pretty good position, much better than in the previous game. 80 to 10 economy against 80 to 10, same economy for the players, but map control is different. And as you can see in this game, Mixalich will not be able to get a huge advantage like in the previous game, where he used the Hellions, did lots of decaps and battle marshes. On this map, as you can see, it's much easier for Space Marine. And once Pride hits tier 1.5, the chances get equal right now. When tier 2, Space Marine already will have the advantage. Because the economy of the players will be very close. Still 80 to 10 economy for Pride.
Scouts here.
He does not want to take the risk and get out on the battlefield. It's a big risk. Especially he does not have the sniper rifles on the scouts. It's never a good idea to get on the open battlefield when you're playing against Dark Eldar.
Awaiting orders.
It's better to defend until you hit tier 2, tier 2.5. Then you can get out and snowball into Dark Eldar's base. Dark Eldar mainly have the advantage in many matchups in the early game until tier 2.
Scouts in position.
Fear denies faith. What's your order?
Right now, the more longer the game goes,
Scouts
the
ready.
more advantage Space Marine will gain. Frag grenades, lots of upgrades on the way, and very soon Pride can even go tier 2. He needs one more generator. 30% tier 2 on the way for Mixalich here, but his army is weaker already than Pride's army. Because Pride's army has the upgrades, he has 4 squads of tactical Space Marines and upgrades for the Force Commander. Still, one stun from the Archon could kill this Force Commander. Force Commander got stunned. Will he escape? Pride should attach the Force Commander to the squad. Almost all HP went down very quickly. And that's thanks also to this turtle ramp. Homunculus ability slows down the movement speed and the attack speed of nearby enemy units. Very helpful against Necrons. Well, now I don't know how Mixalich will be able to stop all these Space Marines. It's crazy. Pride will be tier 2 soon, and if he goes for 1 or 2 Hellfire Dreadnoughts, he will win this game easily. Tier 2.5 on the way for Mixalich. Witch Cult Arena. He wants to go for the witches, or maybe make more upgrades for Homunculus and Erkan. Some good upgrades can be researched in this building. Surgeons being added to the squads. And Machine Cult on the way for Pride. Malediction research for Erkan also. A very good ability. Also, in case you didn't know, the Malediction and Stun, if I'm not mistaken, they last longer when you have more Incubus on this squad. The more Incubus members you have on the Erkan, the longer the abilities. I am not sure if that... yeah, adding more Incubi increases the effectiveness of all Erkan abilities. So it increases the stun duration and probably damage and duration of Malediction also from the Erkan. So it's good to cast those abilities when you have lots of Incubi on this squad.
Fear denies faith.
My faith is my shield.
Fear denies faith.
4 squads of tactical space marines here. The Hellfire Dreadnought is also out. And now with this army, I am pretty sure Pride will be able to win this game. This Space Marine army will destroy the warriors very quickly. And the Hellfire Dreadnought will be able to deal with the Scourges. Now Pride will simply snowball. Something tells me. Mixalich tries to do something here, but Pride can cast 4 frag grenades. Also a Tempest is here. Mixalich doesn't have anything to damage this Landspeeder Tempest. I wonder what will he do. Mixalich, Pride still has all the Space Marine squads alive. And both vehicles alive. Also Force Commander is alive. Chaplain can also be very helpful. Not enough resources right now for Pride. More Scourges on the way. Well, these witches weren't enough to stop the Space Marines. Most of the warriors from Mixalich got killed. So yeah, on tier 2.5, as you can see, if Space Marine has a good economy, it's more than possible to win Dark Eldar. But of course the map also played a big role in this game. On Blood River, many races feel comfortable against Dark Eldar. Final battle here, Mixalich tries his best to finish the game because he understands if he gives Pride more time, it will be impossible to win. So he tried now to finish the game, but it did not work. Pride lost almost nothing, and Mihalic lost basically everything. So this best of 3 gets equalized with the score 1-1. Pride manages to win the second game. Very nicely done. Very solid play here, no mistakes from Pride. And GG gets called by Mihalic. The score now is 1-1. Let's take a look at the score screen. 60 units killed by Pride and only 30 by Mihalic. So again, playing defensively here on Blood River, and not just Blood River, playing defensively against Dark Eldar is a very good idea. You play defensively, defend your map, get to tier 2, tier 2.5, and then move slowly towards Dark Eldar and destroy them. On resources it was very close this time. And when it's close in economy in this matchup, Space Marines can win. Let's go into the third game. Mihalic picks Outer Reaches, one of the best Dark Eldar maps. And I wonder what will Pride do. I am pretty sure Mihalic will go for the river jet bikes and Hellions like in the first game, but Pride should think about something different. I have no idea, though, what could work here against Dark Eldar, because even Mihalic used to lose on this map against Dark Eldar players. It's very hard with Space Marines on this map. Well, Pride uses the same build order like in the first game. 2 scouts, Space Marines, Force Commander and Generator. On the left hand side, Mihalic, as I said, like in the first game, goes to Mandrakes, Dark Foundry and Generator. Homunculus on the way. No Homunculus, I mean Hellions, I'm sorry. To do the harass, some decaps maybe also, because the map allows for a very good Hellion harass here. You can jump all over. Mihalic went with 1 Mandrake squad to scout this area, make sure Pride doesn't have any points captured here. I don't know why Pride makes the Force Commander so quickly.
Yes, my lord.
I noticed Space Marines in this matchup also go for 2 squads of Space Marines and no Force Commander.
Today the enemy shall know.
Because Force Commander is very low mobility,
He who stands with me shall be
most of the time it wouldn't pay off because it's too slow. It can get stunned by the Archon and killed very quickly by river jet bikes, Archon and Hellions.
He who stands with me shall be my
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Mihalic captures this top side of the map. Chartered Slave here might get killed by the scouts. But Hellions will probably save.
We are
No, this will still die. Not a big problem though. Mixalich got to the top side of the map, and look at also at his map control. He's got all the points and also the relic captured. Already big advantage for Dark Eldar in terms of map control. Pride only has 3 strategic points captured. He upgrades this listening post. Wants to build a turret. Now in this situation a turret won't be helpful. Against warriors it can help. Against Hellions I don't think so. They have a lot more HP. Also this turret almost deals no damage to river jet bikes. So most likely not worth it to build it. Pride will stay behind because of this.
Yes, my lord.
Expensive investment.
What would you have me do?
Another listening post got upgraded. Will this Mandrake squad die? No, it escapes on 4 HP.
What's your order? Yes,
Very lucky for Mixalich here. But will probably still get killed. As you can see, look at this damage. Can you see this? Simply too low. And now this tower will go down. It killed like one Hellion. Well, one Hellion is expensive. 6 to 15, but the tower... Space Marine turret is much more expensive and it helped at nothing. It only delayed Pride's technology. Look at this. Force Commander got surrounded by 2 Hellion squads, can't do anything. That's probably one of the reasons why many Space Marine players refused to produce Force Commander in this matchup. Also Chaos quite often does not make the Chaos Lord in this matchup. It's too expensive and not worth it. And you've seen why right now, right here. Very useless Force Commander. One wrong move with him and he's dead.
faith is our shield.
Let's take a look at the map vision. Still only 3 strategic points for Pride. He wants to capture the relic. 68 to 20 economy, 2 squads of Space Marines, the 3rd one is here. And look at Mikhalich's map. Huge difference. 97 to 30 economy, goes tier 2. More river jet bikes on the way, more powerful army. Better everything. So as you can see, the map can play a big role in a matchup. On Blood River it was extremely close in the first half of the game. Later on Pride dominated, but look at this map. There's simply nothing Pride can do to win. He wants to build a tower again out of desperation. Actually mines could have been much more helpful. Only if they do not get detected, mines can be game-changing building. Very good against river jet bikes, good against Hellions. But Pride does not want to build the mines. He built the 2nd tower instead. Goes for armory. A very expensive play from Pride, considering his economy, 68 to 20. Now he also builds the minefield very late on the 8th minute. Too late. The game is already won by Mixalich, I'm pretty sure. He's tier 2. He is ahead in everything. Also, the outcome of this game could be different if Pride wouldn't go for Force Commander. He produced it twice, and also he built two turrets that are completely useless. On Blood River the turrets were more helpful because in there the towers were also covered by the listening posts, upgraded listening posts, but here this tower is covered by nothing. Dark Eldar's army can get into this heavy cover, for example 3 or 4 river jet bikes, get in here and destroy this turret without any damage being received almost, because this turret deals very low damage to vehicles. Mixalich engages here. He feels he can finish this game with that tier 2 upgrades on the river jet bikes. Pride's army melts down like ice. Even this Force Commander, he is staying in heavy cover, and look at this. Down. Also quite a lot of river jet bikes here. About 8. And this is over. Mixalich will win this best of 3 with a score 2-1. Still good games. I enjoyed this best of 3. I hope you guys did as well. Do not forget to leave your feedback below the video. And if you enjoyed this series, feel free to subscribe if you're new.
4 minutes until they can hold victory.
Yeah, big domination by Dark Eldar. Can't say more. The Tempest is out too late. Pride got out-teched big time. Even if Mixalich would lose all the units he has, he can make the comeback. $128-40 income against 68-10, 56-10. That's painful. Quite broken.
3 minutes until they can hold victory.
GG gets called by Pride. Let's take a look at this screen. On units killed, it's close. But look at the resources. 12-minute game with a huge difference in resources. Also, Pride invested quite a lot in his tier 1 game. 2 turrets that killed nothing, and 2 Force Commanders that probably also killed probably nothing. I didn't notice Force Commander to do any difference into this game. With a Force Commander or without him, changed nothing. So probably still it would be a good idea to play a Space Marine in this matchup without the Force Commander. Just make the Space Marine mass, scouts with snipers if required. It can be effective against Dark Eldar warriors. Also, minefields should be used more wisely by the Space Marines instead of turrets. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this best of 3. If you did, as always, leave your feedback below the video, leave a like or dislike, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.